Have you ever wondered what airlines are really hiding from passengers? Today, we're revealing 13 flight secrets most airlines never talk about. But once you know them, you'll never fly the same way again. 1. The truth about oxygen masks. When those oxygen masks drop from the ceiling, it looks dramatic, and it is. What they don't tell you is that you only have about 15 seconds to get one on before you could pass out. And once it's on, the oxygen only lasts around 10 to 15 minutes. Sounds short? That's just enough time for the pilot to bring the plane down to a safer altitude where you can breathe normally again. 2. Hidden crew sleeping quarters. On long-haul flights, flight attendants don't just rest in the galley or empty passenger seats. Most large aircraft have a hidden staircase or door near the cockpit or back of the plane that leads to a small, secret room filled with bunk beds. These tight, dimly lit spaces are crew only, and you'll likely never notice them. But yes, your cabin crew does take power naps mid-flight, out of sight. 3. The water isn't so clean. Now let's talk about something you probably use without thinking. The water. Whether it's for tea, coffee, or brushing your teeth in the lavatory, that water comes from onboard storage tanks, and those aren't cleaned as often as you'd hope. In fact, some airline employees have admitted that they avoid drinking anything made with airplane tap water. Stick to bottled drinks when you can. 4. Tray tables are filthy. Think your tray table is clean? Think again. Multiple studies have found that tray tables are among the dirtiest surfaces on a plane, often dirtier than the toilet flush button. Used tissues, dirty diapers, and even bare feet have touched that tray before you. Always carry disinfectant wipes and clean the tray before using it. 5. Pilots take naps. Mid-flight, pilots are human too, and on long flights, they're allowed to nap. One pilot sleeps while the other stays awake, and they swap. But here's the unsettling part. Some pilots have admitted to waking up and finding the other pilot asleep too. It's rare, but it's happened. That's why autopilot systems are so heavily relied on during cruise mode. 6. Dimmed lights. Are for safety, not mood. Ever noticed the cabin lights dim during takeoff and landing? That's not just for setting the mood. It's a safety precaution. If something goes wrong and passengers need to evacuate, dim lighting helps your eyes adjust faster to the outside darkness. It might just save precious seconds in an emergency. 7. You're not always told the truth. When something goes wrong mid-flight, you won't always hear the full truth. Pilots and crew are trained to avoid causing panic, so instead of saying there's a mechanical issue or something serious, they might use phrases like minor technical delay or slight turbulence ahead. So next time you hear vague language, remember, it might be more than it sounds. 8. First class gets better, air. First class is more than just big seats and fancy meals. The air up there is usually better too. It's cleaner and cooler thanks to stronger airflow systems. So while you're packed in economy-breathing recycled air, passengers in the front often enjoy a fresher, more comfortable environment. 9. Your luggage gets thrown around. Checked bags take a beating. Baggage handlers are under pressure to move fast, and that means your suitcase might be thrown, dropped, or slammed. Fragile stickers? They often don't matter. Want to keep your stuff safe? Use hard-shell luggage and pack fragile items in your carry-on. 10. On-time departures can be misleading. Did your flight leave on time even though you sat on the runway for 30 minutes? Here's the trick. A flight is considered on time the moment the cabin doors close, not when the plane actually takes off. It's a clever way for airlines to boost their stats and avoid penalties. 11. Extra seat fees aren't always worth it. Many airlines now charge extra for preferred seating, but often there's nothing special about those seats. They're just regular seats that come with a higher price tag. Before paying extra, check sites like Seat Guru to see if you're really getting any added value, or just falling for a marketing trick. 12. Weather delay. Excuses aren't always true. When your flight is delayed, the airline might blame the weather, but that's not always the real reason. Sometimes it's due to crew shortages, late arriving planes, or maintenance issues. Blaming the weather is a convenient excuse. And here's the kicker. It helps the airline avoid paying compensation. 13. Airplane mode matters. And finally, let's talk about airplane mode. It might seem like a small thing, but leaving your phone on during takeoff and landing can cause signal interference. It's rare but possible. That's why they ask everyone to switch to airplane mode, not just for rules, but for safety. Now that you know these secrets, flying might never feel the same again. But knowledge is power, and the more you know, the smarter you fly. Want more behind-the-scenes travel truths? Hit that like button and subscribe for more. And if you've got your own secret or weird flight story, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear it.